Over on the inside, Courageous Hero, fourth, the Blue Nipper. Now Blackwood just sneaking up in front of Bush Track as they near the home turn. 400 metres to travel. Pike's about to open up with the leader, Champagne Charger, and make the favourite sprint. Around the corner, Champagne Charger, a length, Fremont, who sticks on well. On the outside now is the Blue Nipper. Blackwood given a taste of the Persuader, starting to wind up, but the Blue Nipper's got on the outside to Champagne Charger, and battling away then came Fremont, and then Blackwood. It's the Blue Nipper. Now Blackwood digs in, but too late. The Blue Nipper's beaten there. And Adam McGrath about to join us. Might be undercover there right at the very moment. We'll head downstairs now after the second favourite to go down in consecutive events.
Mark, a really good run there by Blue Nipper. Took it the 8 starts to break through for the victory, but the form had been so consistent. Yeah, no, he's a ripper little horse, Adam. He's I wouldn't exactly say he's a stable favourite because he's been actually a pain in the arse half the time. He's had his problems on the way through. It's great to see him put two in a row. But Colin Loxton's a long-time owner of ours, and he's had a lot of faith in this horse, and Neville's done a terrific job getting him back. He's always had little niggly issues with his feet, but he's on top of his game now. But before the race, I said to Brad, don't try to work the race out where he's not actually hitting the front at the top of the straight like he did last time, because he got to the front the other day and pulled up. Even though he won, he still wanted to pull up when he got to the front. I said, try to time your run today where you get to the front, probably about half a furlong out, have something to chase the whole time. And he worked out fantastic, yeah. You mentioned that he's been a pain. What's been some of the problems? It's just hard to deal with the horse, you know. All credit to the guy that looks after him. Obviously, we have 4 stables around Ascot. We've got a guy called Steve Hendrickson who's head of one of our stables. I oversee the lot and Neville oversees me. And, Steve's put a lot of time and work into this horse, and it's all paid off for him. He's obviously always racing in a forward position, as you mentioned. You didn't want to find the lead too much. But do you think his turn of foot's improved in the recent runs? Just seems to be attacking the line a lot stronger. Yeah, without a doubt. He has. As I said, he's had little niggly issues with his feet all his life. At the moment, he's as sound as a bell. After the run, we normally put bar shoes on him, take him off a couple of days before his race, and he's going really well at the moment. But he's a type of horse later on, if Neville wants to put him out over a bit of ground and takes the blinkers off him, I think he'll actually get out over a bit of ground. A good performance by Fremont as well. Speaking of a bit of ground, you've got Fulga in the next, the claim to Aaron Mitchell as well, and in the Townsend Cup where he ran so well, it was raining like this. Yeah, well, we just keep our fingers crossed. But he's an old horse that we bought from Chris Waller, and he's had his problems since he's been here. He was actually bought for the Broome Cup last year, but that didn't work out. So he ran a good race on a wet track in the Townsend Cup, and hopefully with today, I don't think the track's wet enough for him, but I'm sure he'll run a good race. Appreciate your time. Pleasure, thank you. Brad, a gutsy performance there by the Blue Nipper, just seems to be improving with each run.
Yeah, he is. Like I said to you last week, I thought he had a lot of improvement left in him still, and I still think he even does have more improvement. He's a bit of a tricky horse still. I had to ride him a bit smart today and just be a bit more patient than I was last week. So just tried to have him hitting the front with a bit of momentum, sort of about the 200, which is luckily what I was able to do, and he was able to keep going way with it today. Seemed to respond really well to that as well. We heard last week, just got a little bit lost when out in front. Yeah, I mean, he still even did get a little bit lost today, but nowhere near as bad as last start, because last start he was outside the leader, just got there too easy and he had a lot of time to think about it, whereas today I tried to just sit off and get going so that he had a lot of momentum by the time he hit the front, and it just worked out a lot better, and he still wanted to look about a bit, but that's what I mean. Like once he sorts himself out in that department, he's going to be pretty handy. Certainly an exciting horse. Appreciate the insight. Yeah, thank you.